Alright, here we are. Welcome to the 14th race, the GPLRACER 1965 Formula 1 Cup. For me, the start of the summer break. After the summer break, of course, they already started a race earlier 2 weeks ago down at Killarney. Unfortunately, I couldn't make that race. I had a paddle match. Really fun sports. I play a little bit of padel and tennis. Something I like to do in my leisure time. A little bit of sports. But today I am here and I'm happy to be back in the racing seat again after a break of like at least 2 months. And we're driving today, well, we're going to get to that. First we're going to look at the standings. So, as I said, I was away at Killarney. It did made it a little easier for my fellow opponents to get a little closer to me in the championship. I felt I would lose the lead, but I still holding it by about 6 points from Pierre Machado, who finished 4th in the last race in Killarney, only 4th. And Paul Skingley, another fellow close title contender, did not participate that race. He had a injury from a car accident, which is why he wasn't also unavailable to race. I think he's driving today, but he's still a little bit recovering from his injuries. Yeah, wish him speedy recovery. With that, we actually got quite a few more contenders right now, which are, you know, at a range where it could overtake me in the standings if I retire from the race. We got 2 drivers equal on points with 344, which are Paul Skingley and Tom Johnson, but also Patrick Cornu, not far behind with 330. And yeah, we gotta perhaps have to take a look at Tristan Bott. He won the last race at Killarney. There's a bit of a streak going. He has 3 victories so far, and he's a fast driver, so we might have to account for a late charge at the final races of the season. Who knows what might happen? But enough with that. Let's take a look at the circuit we're going to drive today, which is the Leipzig Stadtparkrennen. I believe it's a real circuit, which they raced in the 1950s or so, which goes around a city park of the city of Leipzig. Back then it was part of the DDR, the East Germany, when it still was under control of the Soviet Union. One of the few. There were not many that many tracks that were held there in East Germany, but this is one of the few of them that are actually DDR tracks. And it's a pretty fun track with these cars. It's pretty tricky. You get some chicanes in there, which you have to navigate very precisely through. So you want to have a car that also is very responsive to that. There are some very big curves on the sidewalks, which you have to be very careful about, because if you get onto one, you're gonna really unsettle the car quite badly. So you have to watch out for that. And you also have to be very careful, especially at when we're driving through the park, for lampposts. They are on the outside of the track, and if you go too fast in the corner and you hit one, you can very much be guaranteed that you are out of the race, because they just launch you. You really don't want it to lampposts. I think we might be seeing a couple of drivers maybe hitting one of 2 of these in the race, more likely in qualifying, but let's hope just everyone gets there unscathed. Make sure that they complete the, I believe, 24 laps of the whole race. Anyway, that should cover that. We're just waiting for the server to open up. Already 8:30, so we're just waiting for the password so we can enter qualifying. Feeling pretty good about my setup right now. I did a little practice beforehand, and with race fuel I did get a pretty fast lap in on 1:33.6. And what we're going to look at for qualifying is something in the 1 minute 33 low. Maybe we're gonna get 1:32 if someone gets very fast. And if I think I might be able to actually reach that if I get the perfect lap. Not sure if I will, but I am counting on at least top 3 for qualifying. And that will be the most ideal spot to be on, because, well, the starting line is like at the very beginning of the straight. So the first 3, 4, maybe 5 drivers will have straight line when they begin on the race, but the rest will have to navigate the final corner of the race. You probably don't want to do that. So we have to make sure that we at least have a straight line when we get to the start of the race. Anyway, the password has been given out. I'm going to enter the lobby as I write down the password. Right, we're in. Clock's still ticking. 30 seconds left before the pit is actually open. But it gives us enough time to decrease the fuel for a little bit. 27 laps it is actually. It's a little more than I anticipated, but fair enough. We'll just stick to 5 gallons in the car, should be good enough. Tone down the music and get ourselves in the car. Right, 20 minutes have passed, the pit lane is open, we're gonna head out on track. The circuit of the Leipzig Stadtparkrennen. You're seeing all these banners in yellow and blue. Oh, there's already one car that's going straight into the hay bales. But as I say, there are these banners in yellow and blue, which is really an add-on to the track. These are the city colors of Leipzig. Otherwise, you would be seeing the flags of the Soviet Union, but Gianni Posta, the creator of GPL Weekly, he created these alternate banners if you're not so much fan of communism. And well, I just did go with the Leipzig banners. I think they're a nice touch, fitting for the city. As we are navigating through the second chicane here, you also have these flags in green and white. I believe that these are the colors of the province where Leipzig is settled in. I'm not really sure by heart which one that will be, but nonetheless, we're driving through the park now. You see all these lampposts on the right. You do not want to touch these. It's going to go straight into the air. The Ferrari guy will probably hit one. So we did avoid it. And you have a lot of these very tight chicanes, which you have to be very precise at. Anyway, let's go over a lap. Final corner here is tricky. You can brake quite late at the 50-meter mark. You want to accelerate early as you get on the start-finish straight. Brake at 100 for this left corner into third gear. Want to get the tires on the white line to make as much use of the room as you have. Accelerate up to fifth gear again. To the second gear, left-hand corner. Early exit for the first chicane. You have to line up this one so you get right close up to the hay bales to get a good line to take this straight here for the second chicane. Again, you have to be very precise. I want to get as much on the outside as possible for this corner. A little bit much curb there. This is only the first lap, so we're just orientating ourselves a little bit. Getting used to driving in token at the same time. Not a 3rd-degree turn. It's one that opens up, so you have to get on the foot early, but again, be careful not to hit the lampposts. Then we get a 3rd chicane here. Again, you have to be very precise. Probably have to stick your left tires a little bit on the grass to get the best line. Brake at 50. So you lined up well, so you have a good exit out of this corner, and that's the lap of Leipzig. We've got the first lap down, which is a 1:35. Not too bad, we're just taking it easy, getting up to speed. So far the second time, but it really doesn't say anything. Car in front, and hopefully he's not going to get in the way this lap as I get too much oversteer. Going out of the second-hand corner. In the 50 gears, but the car is revving up very high there. A bit debatable whether you go into 6th or not. Otis ahead of us is running us through. Sixth gear. Left-hand corner. As you can tell, it's very predominantly left-hand corner, so that's how your car also has to be set up. Oh, bit too much steering input there. As I almost crashed into the bridge. Running a very similar lap as the time before. We should have done enough orientation now. It's time to really push. A bit of an oversteer moment there at the first corner. Kind of change tarmac, which indicates there is not a lot of grip there. The general struggle on that part. Just kissed the hay ball there, but I don't think we really lost too much time. A lot of commitment. Really chicane. Oh, just hit the curb there. Car got a little misplaced. Oh, there is a car that has crashed. Oh my god. Just went into my path and yeah, I crashed into him. I most definitely will have damage on the car, so I'm gonna have to reset this one. Okay, here we go again. I'll show you why there. I didn't have time to look at who I crashed into. Just go again, warm up the tires and just make sure we're getting to the 133s. And have to make a couple of changes to the setup. Feels a little bit understeery at some points. Especially in the throttle, it might be able to make it more comfortable for myself. So far no one gone into the 133s yet. But just gradually getting into pace. With the bridge. Brake late at 50 and we're gonna start the first lap. It's not quite warm yet, but we'll give it a shot. Almost hit sidewalk on the right there with my rear tires. There's your throttle input for the first turn. The 100 there. Just want to sit on the right line. Full throttle over here. Back to fourth for this part. And reach into throttle just to make sure you can steer the car where you want to let it go. Shifted into third where I didn't need to. Oh, and there I hit the lamppost. That's what I mean with hitting the lamppost. If you hit it, you know, tires are straight gone. So there's a second reset. Of the day. But you know what? I said I was going to change the setup a little bit, so we're gonna have a look at that. I think I wanted a little more oversteer on the off-throttle part, so we're gonna take a little bit of the rebound of the front. Everyone is fine here. Gonna lengthen the fourth a little bit so I can make the fifth a little higher too. Don't think I have a corner. Yeah, we do have one corner where I need the fourth gear, but I don't think it's too much hassle if I higher it a little bit. Alright, attempt number 3, guys. Here we go again. The fast car behind us on the flying lap, but I just noticed he just hit the sidewalk there, so that's his lap done. I have another car behind us. It looks like it's Stefan Reus on the flyer right now, but I think he's crashed. Yeah, he has crashed. Probably also hit another lamppost. Gonna be an expensive day for the government of Leipzig. First purple sector already from the get-go. It's promising. Eventually for the chicane there. Be on time for the left corner here. And I think I may be revving just a tad low there. I don't think I'll lose too much pace there. But again, the fifth. Pretty accurate driving here required. Sixth. And down to third. Not the ideal line, but we're making it through. We're 33.9. That put us on provisional pole position for now. The tires aren't even warm yet. Second gear again. This is a little bit the apex. We should be good. I think I lost too much time there. The second flyer. Got a little more further through there. In some time. Making a lot of ground in the second sector. But a bit of oversteer, but we're fine. Piero Machado now gets pole position with 33.1. Roughly why I projected the pole time will be, but we're about the same lap right now. At the line, I think. Hit. Finish line, it's at 33.4. Improved by about half a second, but it's not enough for pole. There's still 14 minutes left in the session. Get a purple in the first. We're getting the first chicane just fine. The fourth. Wasn't quite convinced about the line, but we're doing fine. Well, there's a bit of a wide line through the corner there. It cost us a bit of time, but we still got two purple sectors. The third again. It's 2/10 on the third sector there. So far so good. Just gonna aim it right here. Full throttle. And we just about beat Piero time, 1:33.16. That should put us back on pole again. There it is. Little slide through the corner there. Rear is a little more playful now, but I feel it's handling, it does favor the handling overall. And there's a car that went over the sidewalk in a bit of a funny way. We're a little bit on the cool down lap now. We just have a bit of traffic up in front, so we'll take a little bit of a rest. We'll give it another go at the next lap. As Marco Machado crashes. On the yellow flag up ahead. Someone crashing against the lamppost probably. Or someone facing the wrong way and he teleported back to the pits. Oh, just about hit the sidewalk there. You really do not want to do that here. That is really millimeters work. Right. Let's give the another flying lap. We have a bit of traffic in front of us. So he's not going to be in the way too much. Oh, he's not giving us the space, is he? That's where I needed to be. On the outside. So far it's Piero pretty close to us, but Patrick is like 9/10 away. Not much competition yet. The second sector, I believe. But corner also wasn't very great. Bit of change gear there. Narrowly missed our time, but I just showed there's still more merit to this. Not a great line for the corner here. That was also a bit slow. The best first sector, but can still maybe improve our time. Oh, maybe not. It's like 4/10 off. It's a huge gap. Oh, someone's going on the sidewalk. Oh, really close to the edge there. And yeah, I just touched the inside again. So I have to build this lap. Too error prone. This is also kind of like just a little more than I think I can. I'm just, you know, a bit scared to get into the grass on the side, hit a lamppost. That was really no joke. Alright, let's try again. That was better. The purple sector, always good. Make myself lose momentum a little bit much there, but we're still going. For the purple sector, then really on the edge here. I'd be looking at the 132 here. Get a little closer, they're now 4/10 away from my lap. Get the shift. Great. Lose a little bit there in the third sector, but it's not too much, still okay. Get to do this part right. 150. Tried it. And there we go. 132.6. That lap times got beaten. I should probably not say it, but I want to say I'm gonna eat my hat. But alright, that's just an excellent time. I don't think I can make much more improvement than this. But Tom Johnson just spins it round in the chicane. Hit the inside crust and again spin it on the outside. Plug in pits. I think we're pretty much where we need to be. One isn't going to be likely, so we're gonna just fill it up in advance. Make sure that we are ready for the race. 10 gallons should be enough. With the setup, I'm not gonna change anything, so we're just gonna have a little wait till the session timer runs out. So let's have a look at the standings right now. Piero Machado is still at 33.19. It's like half a second off. Let's see where he is on track. Afterwards, we got Patrick Cornu with a 33.3, and then a second later is Tristan Bott with a 34.22. So, pretty large gap out there in front. Overall, I feel like that the gaps are pretty large, I must say. Just noticed that Uli Hofman improved to a 34.2. Now just ahead of Tristan Bott. These three there are pretty close, I should say. But I do up there, gonna get in the 33s as well. Yeah. Hero finishes his lap. Let's see what he does here. Oh, as he gets over the curb, he makes 32.66. Oh, he just narrowly missed out on my time. So, yeah, it's going to be a close race, I think, between the two of us. Oh, that's not going to be the best lap. He once again on the sidewalk. It loses you time. Who's ahead of him in the Ferrari? It's Patrick Cornu. Right now he is in third still with the 33.29. But he's about 7 tenths off, so there is still plenty of improvement, I think. This chicane looks a little sloppy. He is really using the edge of the track there. You know what, let's go in full replay mode. Recently I found a patch which increased the size of the letter font on the new GPL add-on sign, and it's very much appreciated because... Oh, Ollie in a spin there. Oh! It's like the car ahead had to avoid him there. Quite a spectacular incident there. But as I said, oh my god, Paul almost hitting the lamppost there. People are really using every edge they can, but it still looks a little bit sloppy from my perspective. Anyway, Paul now in 4th with a 33.9. Still doing pretty good despite still, I think, a little bit hampered with the injuries on his back. But I'm derailing a lot now. Let's get back to what I was going to say. I found a patch which increases the font sizes, and that's just very much appreciated for me, because usually I'm running like 3440, 1440, so like it's a very large screen that is ultra wide, and the letters are just so tiny that it's very difficult to read all the info there. But now I have increased the font size, and right now it's much easier to read. Oh, look at Paul's slide, that's phenomenal. Let's follow. Stefan is now in 7th, Pedro in 8th. Oh, there's over a second between number 7 and number 8. Then we've got Anders Östlund, 36.0. Kristen Bot now with 33.27. So Bot now in 3rd. It's getting pretty close to our times now. Piero still looking to beat my Paul that time. This is his final chance. The timer is now running at 0, so we're gonna go further. We see Olan has crashed. We're gonna have a look who is the next driver to cross the finish line, which is Stefan. Pedro is stopping his car, so he's not doing a final lap. I'm thinking Stefan is just now on the first new flyer, or either he just did a drive out to have a feel for the car on race fuel. But let's look if he's going to set a time or if there's nothing to record. Nah, 36.4. Not much to say about that. Kristen, what is he gonna do? Oh, just about hit the curbs there, but it's a 33.4, so it's no improvement. About Piero. Oh no, he's stopping, so he's also not improving his time. Okay, Jan Melissen in the Ferrari, last lap, the 140.8. That covers everyone, that's qualifying done, and we are in pole position. Good start of the day. It's the first half done, now on to the race itself. So that was completely fine, so we're just waiting for the race session to start and hop into our wagon. Oh my god. Alrighty then. Race session is underway, so we're gonna jump in our car. Straight view ahead of us, and as I said in the beginning, there are a lot of cars here that are now actually in the corner, so that's not ideal. And what is even less ideal is that I don't see the flagman. We're going to have a chase cam for a little moment. And onwards we go. It's a little bit weird way to do it. Going to chase cam, I absolutely hate that, but it was absolutely necessary for this one. Going into the first corner, I think Piero just about alongside me. He's dropped down to 5th, while Patrick is now in 2nd place. Let's go right up the way and make sure we get a good lead upon the rest of the drivers. Fifth gear, into 6 on his back straight, brake at 100 to 3rd. Car does feel a little heavier. While Patrick is roughly keeping up. 3 go over the bridge. A little insecure about the line there, but can't make too much trouble out of it. Complete the first lap of the race. The pole now in 3rd. Ooh, there has been a multi-crash. I see that Uli and Pedro are out of the race. We've got Tristan in 4th and Piero in 5th. There have been a couple of shifts there. Right behind me. But right now it's just Patrick that's really behind me, so we have to make sure that he's not gonna be able to follow us. There are like 5 cars that are out of the race already. That's just bizarre. Why did it all happen? I'm not really sure why it happened there, but not really of a concern of us now. We still have a Ferrari behind us we need to make sure we get rid of. A little bit of a frame drop there from drivers exiting the lobby. There are a few drivers that are out of the race, so it might happen once or twice more. So we'll make sure we don't get fooled by it. Oh, that's a very wide line. Very bad exit. Patrick is now right on me. He has to back off. There's no way past. Overtaking on the straight is quite difficult. Especially with the chicanes everywhere. Little light there. And again, a little bit of oversteer. Get a little bit in the mojo here. going for this chicane. Third when I don't need to. Patrick is still close behind me, and Paul not too far behind. 3 seconds. Tristan Piero at the 5 and 6. So there's a little bit of spread. They're still not quite where I want them to be. There's too much people in the corner. I'm gonna drive the exiting the lobby. I'm getting pretty close to my rear now. Yeah, but he's not going to do a sudden move on me. I'm really steering into the apex there. Correct myself a little bit, but didn't really lose a lot of time with that. But his lap has been better than the others. Is that what it feels to me? A nice slide. I see Christian Dorger. Apparently he's out of the race now. He has an incident through the first chicane by how close I'm going. Oh, there's another incident. Piero and Anders. Lots of retirement so far this race. Absolute slaughter so far. At this point, survival is all the victory alone. And how many drivers have we lost so far right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's half the fucking grid. In just 5 laps. Not a good timing for someone to drop off the grid. Touch of the sidewalk there, but not really just stick hamper into the car with that. Another driver exiting the lobby while I'm in the middle of the chicane. Oh, Patrick is parking a car. I think Patrick just parked the car there. He had an engine failure or something. It didn't look like a crash of the sorts. It's another retirement. Unbelievable. In a little right there. Patrick left session. Must be pretty busy now at down at the chat. So all the more reason for them to right now join this stream from my side. Hit a bit of a curve there, but didn't unbalance my car. In the pole and just now keep the cab relatively consistent with me. I think Paul may just made a mistake, and now Tristan is in second. However, he's still in the race. I think he just spun it at the bridge or something. Get Tristan is now about 7 seconds, so yeah, at this point it's just really managing that pace. Here I was just hoping that I really had to make up a lot after missing the race at Killarney, but right now, like, most of the front runners aren't even in there anymore. It's just Tristan and Paul. But we still have 80 laps to go. And an accident can very much happen to me as well, so we just have to stay focused, do our laps. We won about 4/10 to Tristan last lap. Might be as well be in battle with Paul at the moment. Not the best line through there, but we did manage it. It's Ferrari ahead of us. Marcel Ferres. Driving at his own pace, making sure he always finishes, as he always does. "20 seconds out of him is Tony De Vries. And Johnny posted not a really lonely race. He says Malcolm Machado a few seconds ahead of him. It's a bit of dust here, so I'm thinking a little bit easier. Braking very early. And he makes way for me. Yeah, between Paul and Tristan has increased quite a bit, so I guess Paul right now is just settling for third. These are good points for him too, so at least takes in the race. Becomes pretty much only one at the moment to worry about. Meanwhile, Tristan is doing very good. With 3 victories, he has quite a bit of ground to make up. Wants to challenge to the title and needs to have the fortune that some of us will have a few more retirements this season. When you will be a challenger on a race-to-race basis, but for the championship, that remains to be seen. Way too much speed through there. Brush the hay bell a little bit on the inside of the second chicane. Going a little bit slow. Hit the inside just a little bit, but again, it's just really microscopic touches that doesn't really affect the car in any way. And not too much exciting to tell about this race. Other than it's just, you know, drive your laps, make no mistakes, keep a good pace up, and get the whole 41 points. Tristan remains stable. So the pace is just fine as it is. A little bit of mid-shift there, so I'm just taking the coast into the final corner. Okay, so right now we're at the halfway point of the race. Only 7 of 17 remain. I think at this point everyone is just driving their own race at this moment. Just completing the 27 laps we have to drive. Right now that arguably the pole is right now going the fastest of the entire field. Just very slowly reeling in and Paul is reeling in on Tristan. As we see the next back marker just ahead of us, Tony de Vries. Hubert Commission is in the room. We're having a pretty warm week. A little late summer heat of about 30 degrees today. Plus tomorrow and the day after. It's manageable. There's a little bit of airco in your room. is right in front of us right now. Have to take it easy probably in these corners. Pretty sure when he's going to let us through. After this corner, I think. Yeah, it is through. I don't think we're going to need Johnny and Marco to lap them, but we might see Marshall again. Gap between Paul and Houston is now roughly 2 seconds, so he's actually catching up. Wouldn't be able to give you a camera to view that spectacular, but yeah, might be proving to become an interesting battle for second place this race. Right there for the first turn. I kissed the sidewalk with my rear tires, but again, nothing bad going on. Just a regular flirtations with the track limits. New personal best of the race, 143.97. No retirements anymore since the mayhem of the first 5 laps, so I think that's pretty impressive. Finishing his race at Leipzig, clearly no mean feat. Improve my time again with the 33.69. Gap between Justin and Paul is beginning to stabilize a little bit, about 2 seconds apart now. I think Justin noticed Paul in his mirrors and decided to up his game a little bit. Just saw the Ferrari of Marcel in front also as well. So we're going to lapping in about a lap or 2, maybe 3. 7 laps to go. Or 6.5 now. Oh, there's a shift. Position. I think Johnny just went past Marco Machado. Not sure if he's still in the race. But I might have jinxed Marco there. The gap is... I'm not really sure if the gap is staying the same, but... Oh, I'm really late on the brakes. Got my car in the hay bell, but we made it out. Assess how the car is braking now. Shouldn't be too much damage. It's only hay. Not really sure what happened there. I just completely missed my braking point. Marcel, I believe, is still going, but I think he may have car trouble of all sorts. Well, he's picked up the pace again, so he just had a moment. Just a good chunk of time. But he's still going. Behind Marcel. He's running us through before the braking zone. Oh, I'm doing it in second. And we get to... Justin is now 3.8, so we lost about half the lead. We should still be doing fine. We cut out the mistakes. A bit of hay belt touch. gap is back to 8 seconds again with Tristan, so I think he had a little bit of trouble getting by Marcel. Be a pretty difficult day to be a back marker, especially since speed difference in this track between the fast and the slow is so much bigger than what usually would be. That's how I see it. Tristan and Paul are actually very close to one another right now. So it's exciting final 3.5 laps for them. Just help me remember that I give you guys a nice little replay of what just happened all the time during the first part of the race. You guys would love to see that. Right, 2 laps to go. Gap is 7 seconds. Don't need to worry about the guys behind. Just bring her home. Right, on to the last lap of the race now. But it has just been a near flawless day for us. Got pole position, very little threat from fellow competitors. Right from start to finish. Probably did not get fastest lap, but I can miss that. One little mistake. It just cost me a bit of time, but nothing really threatening going on. Go through the park for the final time. Just about some Marco Machado right in front of me. He will be finishing the lead lap. Now exit the park to take the bridge one final time. Final corner, brake at 50. There's the finish flag. That's a victory here at Leipzig Stadtparkrennen for me. And the third victory of this season. Got Tristan in second and Paul in third. Alright. There's another victory in the books. But now let's check out whatever happened at the start of the race. Let's see. I believe that at least Steven was involved. So let's jump onto him. Go for the chicane here. Oh yeah, there was contact. Oli misjudged the chicane there. Yeah, he bumps into him, then Pedro hits him, and he lost the wheel. More carnage. Oh my god, there's a lot of carnage. Oli Hoffman probably had a lot of damage from the car. Oh, must be Daddy that did it for him. Yes. That's a tremendous start crash right at the beginning of the race. In the second chicane there. Got out a good chunk of drivers very early in the race. See if we can go any further. This is lap 3. Still no in. Oh, there's one for Pavel at the bridge. It's still going. Yeah, that's a good one. What happened to Machado? Must have also happened on this lap. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. He just drives. He just causes got to go too far to the right, and he just slams it into the lamppost. That is a massive crash. And that was Dogger there. He made a mistake at the first chicane. And that was his race over. Alright. I think I've seen enough now. Let's take a look at the race results if we still have time. So it's me winning. Tristan Bott is second. Ahead of Paul Skingley. Then we got Gianni Posta, Marco Machado, Tony De Vries, and Marcel Geres is the final finisher. Only 7. So yeah. Congratulations to them. Yeah, and then there is a big list of retirements today. I believe it's 10 drivers who didn't make it to the end of the race. And almost all of them within 5 or 6 laps. So that is... yeah, that's just crazy. I don't have another way to put it. It's just crazy. Anyway, with that, the server is going out. And Well, here we go. Verheyen wins 95 Code 2023, race 14. Honda driver Yannick Verheyen triumphs at Leipzig. And with that, we're gonna close off the stream. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, until next time, bye!